It's great to finally meet you. I got your email. I know you're inquiring about some next steps surrounding your career. So why don't you go ahead and fill me in? I would love to learn a little bit more about you, where you're headed, your skill set.
Hi, Courtney. Thank you so much for getting back to me. I really appreciate this. I'm so excited. I didn't know that this service existed in career services. So, yeah, this is really good to know about. So, for me, I am a business major and I am trying to figure out what I want to do with my life and my degree. I am thinking about some type of entrepreneurship, and I have skills when it comes to leadership. I have skills when it comes to working with others and communication and things of that sort. And I want to start my own business. I'm just not sure how to go about it and where to get started. But I'm very enthusiastic. I've got a lot of drive, and I just want to do something for myself. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that done.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that information with me. It sounds like you have some great skills that we can kind of work with here to help pursue your goal around starting a business. And I'm kind of just curious, just to like foster our relationship, what made you want to start your own business, and what type of business are you looking to begin?
Yeah, thank you. And you're welcome. So I've always wanted to work for myself. It's just been my dream. And part of it is I just really don't like always listening to what other people tell me to do. So that's a huge piece of it. But I just like helping others and getting them to where they want to be. And so a huge part of that is what encourages me to want to have something where I can help people to get to the next level. So I have a background in human services, so that need to want to help others, but I don't want to be in that setting anymore. And so doing something that can empower women and doing something that will help make them better is the direction that I want to go into.
That's great. So I understand that you want to help women specifically. You want to empower them. Are you looking to empower them through their career? Are you looking to empower them through education? Is there a certain avenue you're wishing to explore more?
So that's where I get a little confused about, because I want to do everything. Like I have ideas here and ideas there, and trying to figure out how to narrow everything down. I just want to help women in general. I want to help them if it is with school, if it is with home life, if it has something to do with anything that's going to empower them to feel better, be better, and want to do more. I want to help direct them where they need to go to make that happen, if that makes any sense.
It totally does. So we have a lot of information here. We have a lot of skills that you're working with, a direction that you want to go. I'm just wondering if you would be open to using this tool that we have called ChatGPT. You may have heard of it. It's AI. Sometimes I like to just brain dump in ChatGPT and kind of see like what output it can produce for us, and it just can help us guide our thoughts and generate ideas. So if you're willing, I would love to go ahead and explore that with you. I wouldn't put in any personal information. Is that something you're willing to try?
I've heard of it. I've been a little apprehensive just because I don't know a whole lot about it, but I trust you. So if you say it's good, and as long as my personal information is not being entered in, I definitely would like to explore it. Like, what is it going to help me figure out?
Yeah, great question. And I can totally understand your apprehension. You're not alone in feeling that way. It is a newer tool. And that's exactly what it is. It's a tool. So what it's going to do is just not really going to help us figure anything out, but it's more of like a brainstorming generator. It's just going to give us ideas, going to lead us down different avenues that we can explore together. So thank you for your willingness. Let's go ahead. I'll share my screen with you so you can also see how ChatGPT works.
Okay.
This is what it looks like. It's just a little search bar. If you see me looking, I'm just typing over here.
Okay.
So let's brainstorm a prompt. So to kick us off, I would start with information like with a background in human services and skills that include communication. I'm just basing off of what you have told me.
Absolutely.
Communication, leadership. What were a couple other ones?
I have skills in, oh gosh, I've been working for a long time. So, so I have communication skills, I have leadership skills, I have skills in, I've been a director.
Okay.
I have skills in, sometimes it's kind of hard when you put on the spot trying to bring it all out.
That's okay. So let's start with this. So the background in
Okay.
human services and skills that include communication, leadership.
And listening. I'm a very good listener.
Listening. I love that. Let's say active listening. Active listening. And a desire to help women and become empowered. What type of business can I run?
I do want to add one other thing. I've always wanted to do something like being a public speaker or a motivational speaker, something along those lines, or a consultant. And that's where the entrepreneurship piece came in, but not knowing how to tie that into either have someone or a group coming to me or me going to a group.
Okay. So public speaking, I can really see that for you. Motivational.
Thank you.
Speaking. And this is really kind of giving me more ideas around what you can do.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah. So please include the desire to engage in public speaking, motivational speaking, and acts, and similar acts. So let's see what ChatGPT gives us, and then we can brainstorm from there. So it says with your background.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you can kind of read it on your own too. But just so we're on the same page, I'll kind of read the first blurb out loud. It says, with your background in human services, strong communication, leadership skills, and a passion for empowering women, these are several businesses you could run. So women's empowerment coaching business. Love that title. You can start.
I love that.
You love that too?
That was like, that embodies exactly that totally says it all. But go ahead, I'm sorry. I got so excited.
That's great. This is just, to show how great this tool is. It kind of, you can take everything you're passionate about, your past work experience, your skills, kind of just dump it in there, and then we can get some great ideas. So as a women's empowerment coach, you can start a coaching business, focus on empowering women in different aspects of their lives, and kind of, what we talked about, such as career development, personal growth, leadership, overcoming challenges. You can do one-on-one sessions, group coaching, or online programs. Nonprofit organization for women's support and empowerment. You could start your own nonprofit. You could start go ahead.
The nonprofit that feels like I'm getting back into the human service piece. And anytime I hear nonprofit, because I definitely don't want to go back into that realm. I like the other part of, I how when you know what you don't want?
Yes, absolutely.
And that part, I can already feel like, I almost felt like it was draining.
Right, yeah, so we don't want that.
The heaviness. But the first one, and even the third one, I can, from just seeing you scroll, I feel like, but that first one, I felt it. But I want to continue, and I'm glad that I have you to go through it with me, because even though this is a great tool, like I love this, but it's still nice having someone to talk about it with and hear you, and bounce ideas back and forth with you. It's nice having both of you. It's the best
Absolutely.
way to say it.
and to prove your point too, we kind of talked about in conversation, I asked you, well, are you looking to empower women through career? Are you looking to empower them through education? And this kind of just proves,
exactly.
that our ideas
we're talking about.
our ideas are valid. So, and it kind of just reframes things for us. And I also think too, the way it produces responses is, the first one is designed to resonate the most with the input that we produced here. So
that's a good point. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yep. So the women's empowerment coaching business, I think, really resonates with you. I would then begin to, now that we kind of explored some ideas about what type of business, I would start to ask you, in your state, what's required legally to start a business, and kind of get into more of those, fiscal, financial, legal, those type of questions. And we can also use ChatGPT to get an idea, but I would think it would be more important to go to like your state's small business board and reach out to the community that way. And also
that's a great, I would have never thought about that. That's a wonderful idea. And I'm already thinking about where I can go to and some connections. They have like BNIs, business networking, something like that you can go to and be a part of, or some other organizations that I can look into. So that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and this is all just to say that while ChatGPT is super helpful, or while AI, any form of AI is super helpful, it's not the end all be all. It's kind of just the brainstorming part. So once we get a feel for what you want to do, where you want to go, what the next steps are, we can then go out in the community, begin to investigate and do some more research. Great, Shaprice. I'm glad we landed on a position that really serves you, such as the women's empowerment coaching business. Let's kind of discover a little bit more about this role and, maybe some next steps. Like, what are the next steps we need to take to pursue this type of position? So again, okay, great. So again, let's create an input to ask AI, this ChatGPT platform, what are the next steps I need to take to pursue a business as a woman's empowerment coach? Let's see what we get.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah, this is really exciting. And these aren't, you don't need to like hard copy these down. These aren't like, set in stone. It's just an idea of like where we can go from here. So it suggests that you clarify your niche and your focus, identify your target audience. We know it's women. Maybe we could focus on a certain age group, a socioeconomic status, race, religion, if you wanted to get that specific. Define the problems that you want to solve and determine your coaching style. That's really kind of fun to reflect on your coaching style.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I wonder if that would align well with... Good question. I'm wondering if it would align well with like your leadership style.
Okay, so I know about leadership style, but coaching style, interesting.
Yeah, like if you're a servant leadership, you really put yourself out there for the people. So you could explore, we could even use ChatGPT we could ask it, please offer some coaching styles that would suit my skills listed and this career goal.
Could you ask it also, like, what are coaching styles?
We could. I was thinking,
because I was kind of trying to think, what are coaching styles? I've never heard that term. No, I like what you said too, but add that in it.
Okay. So what you're asking is like a broad overview of coaching styles, and then the piece that I am saying is kind of coaching styles that are going to suit your personality type, your skills. So let's see what it gives us. Okay. And again, you can go back and explore, future next steps, but you can see how this really gets the ball rolling. Like you're like, all right, yeah, my coaching style. What is my coaching style? Let's explore what coaching styles are out there and see what resonates. So here we have transformational coaching style that focuses on deep lasting change by helping clients develop self-awareness, uncover limiting beliefs, and create new perspectives. Why it fits for you. Since you have a passion for helping women become empowered, transformational coaching would allow you to help your clients shift their mindset, build self-confidence, and overcome obstacles that may be holding them back.
Wow. This is really good.
Yeah, and if you would like, I can also share this information via email. I can send a recap of what we discussed so you can kind of ponder and explore this a little bit further, or you can feel free to try this on your own as well.
if you wouldn't mind, I would love if you can share with me, but I will also go back and dive a little deeper and ask some other questions as I read through, because I like what you said. If we can we go back up to when we first um, went in about the like getting the business started
Hmm.
and go through that, because then I can look at certain pieces and on my own be able to go back, look through each part, see what speaks to me, and then be able to do that. Because I like to be able to, this is great, but I also want to have the time to sit down, look at it, really look through it, see what's going on where I live, and make certain that, I can pick out some different things. Because I even see now it says obtain some relevant training and certifications. So being able to see what I have here. And isn't there something? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I can do that. That'll work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. This is a lot of information like coming
Yes.
at us.
It is a
So
lot.
to be able to kind of sit with it and think about it and then explore on your own will be huge. And then again, you can always come back to me with additional questions and we can explore those together.
Okay. So what are some things that you probably like, because I'm still learning about Chat GPT. What are some things that you shouldn't be doing with this, or to be leery of when using Chat GPT?
Yeah, great question. So if you already have a resume created and instead of just listing some of your skills, you want to put your resume in here to get as much information as possible specific to you, I would go ahead and do that, but leave out any personal information such as your name, your telephone number, your email, your address. Sometimes I like to talk to it in third person. Um, you know, just really omitting any personal information is the best advice we can give.
Okay.
Yeah. But other
Okay.
than that,
And I know you said something about being very careful about like don't believe everything that it tells you. Always like check your sources, I guess.
yes, great point. So ChatGPT offers a lot of information, however, not all the information is correct. So again, we
Okay.
use this for generating ideas, specifically around looking to start your own business. Again, you're going to want to reach out to your community, to, government official websites, to identify what is needed to start your own business. Because again, ChatGPT is just an idea generator. It does have good information, however, not all the information is correct.
Okay. And if it tells me something like this, if I asked Chat GPT, or could I ask Chat GPT with my degree in organizational leadership, because I know what I wanted to do with my degree. I know that it spoke to me, and that's why I picked it. And it gave me some ideas about some things. But could Chat GPT tell me other things I could do with that degree? And not necessarily me putting in what my skills are, but what that degree could lead to in other careers.
Absolutely. So ChatGPT will produce output that is relevant to your input. So if you put in something
Oh,
broad, like, let's try it. What careers can I pursue with a bachelor's in organizational leadership? It'll give you a bunch of kind of vague general ideas. This is great for the brainstorming phase. If you're like, yeah, this is the degree I'm pursuing, I don't really know what I want to do with it. You can then, gather some ideas and then pick a few of those ideas and run with them and then do some deeper diving, deeper investigation.
okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm getting the hang of this and how it works. So I like it. Thank you for introducing it to me. I don't know what I was so afraid of.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you find it useful. Again, we just caution that you don't put in any personal information unless you want to. And then just to double check your resources, it's always good to circle back with your career advisor or do some research on your own to validate the information that you are stumbling upon.
I like that. I like that a lot. Now, what would you suggest as far as like networking? Because I know some of what we just said is a little bit of networking, but that's to find out, like you said, like the physical piece of it. But what do I do in order to meet people? Because I don't know anyone that does this. How would I network in order to kind of build that up to start that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there's a couple different avenues you can take depending on your personality type or what your community is like. So, of course, there's always LinkedIn. You can create your professional brand, begin networking that way, reaching out to other women, other public speakers, other small business owners, women-run business. Things like that, and start connecting that way. But you can also reach out in your community. Maybe you can tap into your human services background, let them know, let individuals from those past employments know what you're looking to do, how you can kind of fit your business into maybe their career model. And just different ways of connecting via online or in person in the community.
Okay. I like that because even though I don't want to get back into human services, what you just said did make me think that I would still like to help my community. So the organizations I used to work for when I did human services, there would be a way that I'd like to be able to help the women that I worked with to be able to get back on their feet. And the women's empowerment coaching could definitely help with that. And so that would be something I wouldn't mind being able to do, even like on a volunteer basis, to help out, to offer my services, and, for women who were interested in having that, to be able to say, okay, this is what I can do for my community to help back out, and, have two things to do at once. One, to have my business, but also to be able to give back, because that is important to me.
That's great. And that can also be part of your business. Like when you create your LinkedIn profile, you can say, list volunteer work, how you serve your community. And that's just going to really look outstanding.
Excellent. Excellent. This has been so very helpful, Courtney. Oh my gosh, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we could connect. I would love to offer some next steps for the next time we meet.
Yes.
And that would be, creating your LinkedIn profile, coming to me with questions, maybe reaching out to one or two individuals in your community to see how you can serve. And then we can go from there. Maybe we can begin looking at some legalities and other aspects regarding starting your own business.
So how many times can I meet with you?
That's a great question. So we can meet as many times as we need to get where we want. It really is contingent upon your efforts. I usually like to create a milestone with each one of my students. So your milestone this week would be reaching out to your community and creating your professional brand. And then next week, like I said, we can kind of start looking at legalities around starting a business. So as many times as you need till you feel comfortable, I am here to support you.
Oh my gosh, so I've got you forever. I love it.
Yes,
I know it's not forever.
We are lifelong support. So should you need us down the road, we are here for you there too.
Okay, excellent. Will I always be able to work with you?
Well, we have a great team. So if you would like to work with me, you can ask. But, in the future, maybe I may not be here, or maybe there's other individuals in the business sector that you may learn different information about too, that I would advise connecting with as many different career advisors as possible, because we're all here to support you. We all have great knowledge and vast knowledge that may hit you differently at different times.
Okay. Well, I do get to talk to you next time though, right? You said that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll keep our connection going, and then later down the road,
Okay. All right. Well, this was great. I will definitely get on top of I like to call it like my assignment, so like my homework assignment. So I will get that going. And how should I make an appointment, or what should I do?
Yeah, I appreciate your efforts, Reese. That's huge in our relationship here. So I appreciate you getting on top of your assignments. But we can go ahead and schedule our next appointment if you want to meet next week, or if you think maybe you need 2 weeks, that's fine too. Just let me know what days and times work best for you.
Okay, great. I'll probably think about 2 weeks, and then we can go from there.
Okay, beautiful.
Excellent. Thank you again so much, Courtney. I really appreciate you, and this was very helpful. I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to see what I find out. This is going to be great. And I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to put my degree to use and empower myself at the same time.
Absolutely, Shaprice. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet and investing in yourself.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.